Hey, good morning. We are going to continue with what really happened to Humpty, part 2 of the story. I hope you guys are ready to have a wonderful day and God's peace to you. Whoa, I just got out of the shower not long ago. Yikes. Back to the story. Please, button, go. Here we go. You remember that Humpty Dumpty's brother, Joe Dumpty, is trying to figure out what really happened to him. Okay, so he refused a bowl of porridge at Goldilocks' house because he is on the clock. He only has till like 5 o'clock. Next house I visited belonged to the only dog owner in the neighborhood, Old Mother Hubbard. Maybe her pup had been howling this morning, but Mrs. H. said, "I gave my dog to the farmer in the dell last week. He needed help with his sheep, and unlike mine, his cupboard is never bare." Mrs. H. shook her head sadly when I told her about Humpty. "I never would have done anything to Humpty, not even to feed my poor dog." "Maybe you should talk to my neighbor," Mrs. H. added. She seemed to be in a big hurry this morning. So Mrs. H. is Old Mother Hubbard. Her neighbor, she says, is a crazy chicken. Chicken Little answered the door, looking more nervous than usual. "Am I in trouble?" I played it cool. "You tell me," I said, keeping a close eye on her in case she tried to fly the coop. "If it's about what happened this morning, it's not my fault," Chicken Little said. "The sky is falling. The sky is falling." "You know what happened this morning?" "Of course I know," she shouted. "The sky fell, and I didn't warn anyone. I've learned to keep my beak shut." Beep. "The sky didn't fall this morning," I said. "Humpty did." From her surprised look, I knew she was innocent. "He's going to be okay," I said. "I love that egg like he's one of my own," Chicken Little sniffled. I handed the tender chicken a tissue. "So tell me where you were around 9, I said. "I was on my morning power walk," she answered. "I'd just passed Muffy and Humpty when the wind howled overhead. I just walked behind the wall, and the next thing I knew, Humpty was falling. I ran straight home." "Was Humpty sitting on the wall when you saw him?" "Yes, but Muffy wasn't sitting on her tuffet." Chicken Little paused. "That's funny. She's usually digging into her curds and whey." Funny indeed. As I left my friend clucking to herself and scanning the sky, I heard a commotion coming from the pig's house. What was left of it, anyway. Huff, 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 puff. I need more exercise, I thought, as I raced across the field. How many times had I heard people say that today? Not the more exercise part, the huff, huff part, as in huffy, puffy wind. "Give me it. It's my turn. I had it first." Oh, I skipped a part of it. I found the pigs fighting over, of all things, a cell phone. I thought everyone had one these days. Apparently not. "Okay, guys, hand it over," I said. "Whose phone is this?" We don't know, the pig said. We found it this morning after our house blew down. Can we keep it? It has some cool games on it. Woo. Just then the phone rang. Actually, it howled. Who would have a howl for a ringtone? I took a guess and disguised my voice. Yo, I growled. I got the binoculars, the voice on the phone said. Now I want my yummy-wummy muffins. We had a deal. Remember, be at the wall in 5 minutes. In 5 minutes, it would be 5 o'clock. Yikes. I called Chief Goose and told her to meet me at the wall. The clues were adding up. The muffins that no one else could buy, the howling that didn't come from a dog, the huffy-puffy wind, not to mention the binoculars that someone wanted bad. But why? I had a hunch. Muffy was at the wall, binoculars in hand. She didn't look too happy to see me. Expecting someone else, I asked. Someone big and bad, perhaps? She's expecting me, howled the big bad wolf as he jumped out and grabbed the binoculars. I'll take those. Where are my muffins? Screamed Muffy. I'm sick of curds and whey. Sorry, doll, plans changed, growled Wolf. You pushed Humpty off the wall, I said. I'm telling Chief Goose. I wasn't at the wall this morning, Wolf said. But you were at the pig's house, I said, showing Wolf his phone when you blew down their house. You got Humpty, too. Guess you wanted a scrambled egg with your bacon. Muffins. Wolf just wanted the binoculars, Muffy cried. He promised me some yummy-wummy muffins if I'd get them from Humpty. No one was supposed to get hurt. And nobody else will if you give me my phone, Joe. And get out of my way, Wolf snarled. My, what big teeth he has, I thought. Where was Chief Goose? Hold it, shrieked Spider. Not so fast. Looks like you have everything tied up. Look what Spider did. What's going on here? Chief Goose had arrived. It seems that the howling wind this morning was actually Wolf blowing down the pig's new house, and Humpty along with it, I told the chief. That's my theory anyway. What about Muffy? Chief asked. Actually, it's a conspiracy theory, I said. Wolf promised our little Miss Muffins in exchange for Humpty's binoculars. Without the binoculars, Humpty couldn't see Wolf blow down the pig's house. Ah, I see. So Wolf wanted her to get the binoculars away from Humpty because Humpty was on the neighborhood watch program to watch out for crime. And she did it because she wanted muffins rather than curds and whey that she always has to have. Apparently, Wolf also threatened to blow down the Muffin Man's shop unless he got free muffins. Chief Goose said, the guy's been hiding in a sack of sugar all day. Sweet, Wolf snarled. Muffy glared at him. I wouldn't have helped you if I'd known the truth. Humpty was my friend. Now he'll probably never speak to me again. You can always call him from your cell to apologize, I told her. Your jail cell, that is. I'm sorry, Joe. So, why'd you do it, Wolf? I asked. I'm bad, he said, shrugging his shoulders. It's my middle name. I have to hand it to you, Joe. Chief Goose said. "You were right. What happened to Humpty really was a crime. You weren't afraid to trust your gut and get to the bottom of this. I'm proud of you, Joe." I have to admit, I was proud of me too, and of my brave friend Spider. In fact, Spider's the neighborhood watch captain while Humpty's healing. As for me, I've had plenty of cases to solve, dozens of them. In fact, word on the street is the dish ran away with the spoon. And then there's my friend Bo Peep, that is. That dame keeps me in business. Now, if I were a sheep, where would I go? So he has detective work to help find little Bo Peep who's lost her sheep. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this fairy tale, kind of nursery rhyme story of what really happened to Humpty. And it sounds like he's going to be just fine after all. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.